Today we want to talk about a knife that Alex from the Knife Box channel lent in. And he bought it from Crane's Cutlery. And Crane's Cutlery is a very dangerous website. They've got so much cool stuff. Oh my goodness. I was talking to Alex about a knife that a friend was asking about and said, hey, a friend wanted some recommendations, and we'll show you what we're talking about, and you've seen it in the title anyway. It's the FIF20, the brand new variant that they just released recently, and I did an unboxing. But a friend of mine had asked what I would recommend in a knife, and I had some ideas, but I wanted to talk with Alex, and I were chatting anyway. So I said, hey, what do you think? Got this price range. He's looking for this type of a guy, blah, blah, blah. And he started sending me stuff from cranescutlery.com. And wow, I spent like the next little bit scrolling through the Cranes Cutlery website. Oh, I got to stay away from there. So anyway, let's dive into this CKF Custom Knife Factory FIF20. Okay. It's designed by Philippe Jorge, I don't know, whatever. You guys know who I'm talking about. Comes with a certificate of authenticity, a little plastic card. And what I love about CKF is they almost always, I think I've gotten one where it didn't come with, but I think I bought mine used, and so it didn't come with all this. They always include an extra set of complete hardware, bearings, the pivots, just all of the body screws, the stop pins, the washers behind the bearings. Like, they give you everything. Now, that's very cool, so that if you're disassembling this and you break a screw, you've got an extra one. There's also a magnet in there. This very cool cases, velvet lined, kind of Velcro cases, super padded. Their cases are awesome. And the knife came kind of burrito wrapped in a microfiber cloth. And then Crane's Cutlery includes their own branded microfiber cloth with different color on the backside. So it's very cool packaging and whatnot. But we came for the knife, not the packaging. I have forgot how much I loved these knives. I had the FIF20 before and also had the FIF23, which is a bit bigger. And I've done videos on all of those. I even did a comparison video between the 20 and the 23. And I'll link to the CKF playlist down below so you can go find whichever one you want to look at. There's also some Evos in that playlist. The Ratata is in that playlist. There's a bunch of CKFs that I've done and owned in that playlist. So go check that out. This one is a re-release in new configuration with the Damascus bolsters and a milled, if my phone will focus, I swear it's that new iPhone update. It's just not really focusing. I got to zoom in farther. I think it's having trouble picking the lens. I don't know. It's weird, but whatever. So the carbon fiber, I don't even know if we can show it here. It's milled. It's textured, right? It looks like a fingerprint. It's got some bite to it. Not a lot. It's very comfortable. It's very grippy. I love the Damascus bolster and the Damascus clip. M390 blade. This should be the serial number because they only make so many. So it's got M390 and 83. So this is 83 out of, they usually do runs of 200 to 300. I don't remember on this specific one. Beautifully finished blade. There's just, I can't find anything wrong with this knife. And I've owned this knife before in just more of a plain. Mine had zirconium bolsters and zirconium clip. And what I liked about it is, if I recall, the 20 was a matte zirconium and the 23 was a polished zirconium. So I preferred the matte zirconium over the polished. But Alex kind of screwed me a little bit when he sent this to me, because now I kind of want to get these back, a 20 and a 23, because it's a very cool set to have. I'd forgotten how much I loved these. I sold mine because I was chasing something else. I think that's a lot. That's what I do personally a lot in my collecting, is I own stuff for a while and then I sell it because I want something different. So I sell 3 or 4 knives to buy a more expensive knife. I kind of trade up, if you will, or I sell up. So let's talk about the specs really quick. 4.5 inches closed, 7 7/8 overall, 3.4 inch blade and cutting edge. M390, as I mentioned, 0.140 blade thickness, 0.565 overall thickness, minus the clip. It does run on bearings, and it weighs 4.2 ounces. The action on it is superb. It's just beautiful. It is a front flipper only. So if you're not a front flipper guy, which I was not, and I don't know that I am really, but in a few knives like this one, I really like it. Really like it. So I don't know. I might be in the market for a FIF20. I think the 20, this is the 20, I think is the better size. Okay. It's just a perfect EDC size. 3.4, 3.5 inch blade is perfect. The 23 is almost a 4-inch blade, if I remember. I didn't go look, but I think it was around a 4-inch blade. It's just big. And I'm into big knives, and so it's cool. But this one is just so practical. So let's do a couple of size comparisons. With the number 2 pencil and the Sharpie. The Spyderco Delica. Because we're talking Timascus, let's do the AAA i3T from Olight. Since we're also talking Timascus, we'll put it up against the Frank Fisher Battle, which is full of Timascus and just, yeah. And I did a full video on this also, if you want to look. I'll put a link down below in case you haven't seen it. This truly is my grail knife, and it has changed me. I bought this in March of 2021, and still now filming this in December of 2021, I'm still changed from that purchase. How about next to the Hellraiser? Since we mentioned zirconium earlier on the previous versions of FIF20 and 23. This also has zirconium bolsters. Now this FIF20 you can also get now if they are still around. I did not check availability before I filmed. They have an all titanium version now. No bolsters. It's just a titanium scale. It looks pretty plain Jane to me. So I don't know that does it for me. And I think it was just a titanium clip. But that could be, I mean, it's much more cost effective. And that could be more user status maybe without the carbon fiber, you know? It's a good just knock around in titanium. I don't know. Something to think about if you're interested in this, but you're not into the, more fancy materials and things. There are versions that were all titanium, just, so it looked very similar to kind of the Shark Nivco. It didn't have the rubbing lines. It was just plain titanium, but just to give you kind of an idea. I mean, they're different, right? But you can know what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. That was a little plain for me, but this one was the one I would have picked. They also did some full dress ones previously with Damasteel blades and all that, but these were available most recently. So if you're interested, go check them out. I'll put a link to Alex's channel down below also. So please go check him out. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will put a link to my CKF playlist so you can check out all the different CKFs, including the FIF23 that I did previously. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.